One of Donald Trump's favorite pastimes over the last couple years has been insulting and attacking judges across the country, sometimes individual judges that are overseeing his court cases, and sometimes he has straight up attacked entire circuit courts filled with judges, all of them. But one thing is clear, Donald Trump loves to attack judges. And if he ever gets in trouble for it and they hit him with a gag order, he cries about his First Amendment freedoms being taken away and I've lost my freedom of speech and it's horrible and I just want to say mean things about judges. Well, during a rally this week, on Monday evening, Donald Trump actually told the crowd that anybody who does what he has been doing to judges, basically if you talk bad about judges, Donald Trump says you should just immediately be thrown in prison, and apparently you don't get First Amendment rights like he gets. You know, he can scream First Amendment all day long as he attacks judges, but if anybody else does it, he wants to throw you in jail. Here's what Trump said. The way they talk about our judges and our justices, it should be illegal what happens. You know, you have these guys like playing the ref, like the great Bobby Knight. These people should be put in jail the way they talk about our judges and our justices, trying to get them to sway their vote, sway their decision. So Donald Trump is out there literally telling crowds at this point that he wants to criminalize certain areas of speech for American citizens, which of course is illegal under the First Amendment. Now, I understand, obviously, there are a few caveats to the First Amendment, but one of those caveats is not criticizing the federal government, which is what these judges and justices are. Whether it's the Supreme Court, the circuit courts, the appellate courts, doesn't matter. That's the federal government. And Trump says if you criticize these people, you should be thrown in jail. Well, to that I say, after you. Here's a selection of some of the things that Donald Trump has said about some judges just in the last couple years. He said that Judge Juan Merchan is highly conflicted. Uh-oh. That sounds like a criticism. Trump violated a gag order that Merchan put on him 10 times. He called Judge Tanya Chutkan highly partisan, very biased, and unfair. And he called the entire Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals a complete and total disaster with a horrible reputation that's making our country unsafe. And that's just a few of them. I mean, he has said worse things about Judge Chutkan. He has said worse things about Judge Merchan. He has said horrible things about Judge Engoron. All of these judges, he is attacked. And his attacks have, of course, led to threats against these justices from his MAGA followers. But now he is out there, the man who attacks judges more than anybody else in this country, telling us that it should be illegal, and he wants to put you in jail if you do it. First Amendment be damned, you don't get those protections. Now, I don't need to tell you that this is insane, but I'm going to tell you that this is insane. Like, this isn't just crazy. This isn't just weird. This is insane. And you want to take it a step further? This is un-American. This is unconstitutional. America is the set of laws that govern this nation, which are enshrined in the United States Constitution and all of the legislation that followed that. So if you go against the United States Constitution, you are in fact going against the very country itself, the United States of America. And that's what Trump is doing here. If you criticize the judges, if you criticize the Supreme Court, you should go to jail, is what he says. Now, part of the reason he doesn't want people criticizing judges, of course, like he does, is because he put a lot of them in place, right? He packed the Supreme Court. He appointed Judge Eileen Cannon. He appointed 25%. By the time he left office, 25% of the district court judges in this country were appointed by Donald Trump. So when you attack the judges, when you go after them or criticize them or whatever, you're not just attacking the judge, you're attacking him. That's what drives him crazy. He doesn't care about these judges, whether he appointed them or not, right? He doesn't give a damn if you actually criticize them. What he doesn't like is that the criticism comes back onto him because he put these people in place. And if you think that's the only crazy thing he told that crowd Monday evening, once again, you'd be wrong. Because at one point, he said that Democrats are trying to pack the court or appoint more judges to balance the conservative to liberal ratio. He claimed Vice President Kamala Harris wants to make the court 25 justices. And The Independent points out it is unclear where that figure originated because it literally exists nowhere. There is no documentation, there are no speeches, no interviews, and no rallies that Harris has given where she has said she wants to increase the court to 25 seats. That's completely made up hooey from Donald Trump, because the man is fundamentally incapable of ever telling anyone the truth for any reason. But again, he is accusing others of doing what he did, right? The Democrats want to pack the court. You literally packed the court. The first thing you did upon taking office was fill a Supreme Court vacancy that was held hostage by Mitch McConnell during an election year so that Barack Obama couldn't put Merrick Garland on the court, and then you packed the court. You literally took a stolen seat, took advantage of it for the Republicans, and of course the rest is history. You put Brett Kavanaugh on that Supreme Court, a man who shouldn't even be presiding over the People's Court on TV. This man is a scumbag top to bottom, and we learned that during his confirmation hearings and, of course, the resulting investigation. And we also learned that the investigation was exceptionally hamstrung by your own administration, not allowing witnesses to speak, not following leads, not doing their due diligence to find out if this man is as big of a scumbag as he was accused of being during those hearings. But you put him on that court. And to be honest, that's one of the reasons Donald Trump is so mad about people criticizing the court. All goes back to that Brett Kavanaugh thing. He was so angry during that time that now he wants anyone who criticizes the court, criticizes the judges, hell, probably even criticizes their decisions, all of it should be illegal in his eyes. Meanwhile, he's still out there attacking judges. He's been attacking Judge Merchan recently, with Judge Chutkan's ruling this week that seriously is going to hurt him. He's probably going to be attacking her even more. And he is going to be completely blind to the irony that he told a crowd he wants people to go to jail for that, even though he is currently actively doing it. And the worst part is, not a single person in that crowd thought to themselves for even a second that, wait a minute, isn't that what you have been doing for years and years now? So shouldn't you be the one going to jail? Nope. That very obvious thought never crossed their empty little minds. Hi everyone, this here is little Athena. And Athena would like to know why you haven't subscribed to Fair and Balanced yet. So please, don't let Athena down. Subscribe today.